we're here with the great Efren Reyes. You know, Efren, I've interviewed you a countless number of times after tournaments, after you've won tournaments, and you always tell me how lucky you are, you know? And that story's getting pretty old. You know, in my opinion, I think you're the greatest player that's ever put a cue together. And once again, you've proven it, but this time you really proved it.
Well, maybe I get lucky.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.
Three. I can see that shot cross corner is available, so therefore that particular shot.
No, he's going to glance off the balls and go right to the 2. If he happens to make it.
Into the 2 ball, they try to position the 2 ball behind the 5. Into the 2 you have to bank it. Into the 2 ball, almost. He may go up there. He walked up there. He looked at it. But that's the step. It's not over. It's not over. Watch this.
Oh, no, he's
No, we're going to do this because he's mad.
And he's going 3 rails and going to hit the
He's
pile.
mad.
He's going 3 rails and going to hit the
Oh, he killed it. He killed it. Oh, my. Oh, my. Go.
Might win 20,000 with the all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel
wish,
bad.
I wish I felt as bad.
You're right, Billy. I don't feel bad
You
anymore.
know, it's all over for Miller, you know. But I'm going to tell you something, you know. Really. Accu-Stats Video Productions presents from Louisville, Kentucky, the 2006 Derby City Classic. Danny, this is the 8th time we've had this.
Mr. Reyes wins the lag in the first break. Thank you.
Efren Reyes.
One more time. Efren Reyes, Jason Miller.
Efren Reyes is the defending champion, and he's playing a kid by the name of, I should say in the tournament, Jason Miller. Once again surfaces as possible champion in the one pocket, but he's got to get through Efren Reyes.
Great bankers could cause trouble in a one-pocket match.
That's exactly right. That's what we have to deal with. But of course, Efren has been dealing with just about everything that's been put in front of him and dealing with it successfully.
You notice he's been undershooting the break. He might be winning. You know, really.
And I think it has something to do with where he's positioning the cue ball and breaking the ball.
Well, anyway, Jason Miller, you know, 2 years ago, he almost ran out the set one section, you know, and I nicknamed him Killer Miller.
I don't know what's with this back that cross corner, repositioning the cue ball behind the red 3. I can see that green cross corner is available, so therefore that particular shot really...
No, he's going to glance off the balls and go right to the 2. If he happens to make it, he come close, but no cigar.
You know, now Jason Miller's cue ball from the beginning.
No, he's going to glance off the balls and go right to the 2. If he happens to make it.
He come close, but no cigar.
You know, now Jason Miller's cue ball from the position of his left hand. And instead he opted to do this. Do what he did.
Well, I want to say that, you know, he's a bank pool player. But I can't say that anymore because he has 2 out of 425, so he must have been an accident.
Well, no question about it. You know, the man has a lot of skills, not only playing bank pool, but obviously one pocket as well, as you mentioned.
Well, you know, if this combination isn't that, the 11-7, I like kicking at the 3, but it must
Because he's doing something else. Yeah, he couldn't go upstream and leave that, but he broke up that combination.
You know, and the combination obviously was dead, because if it wasn't, he probably would have done something differently.
Yes.
Now Miller has a couple
With
balls.
the center ball and play position for the 2.
The one? The one's in
No,
there.
let's see where the 3 is.
greatly in the finals of the
Oh, he's banking the 4,
Yeah.
or the 7, and the 9.
And selling out his wallet.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't like that shot.
I do believe Reyes can cut the 9 in. You know, I'm not going to fault him because I got a chance to steal this game. You know, he liked his position. He wasn't able to put the bank down. Reyes at the table with an open table, and that spells trouble.
He played that long rail position exactly like it came. Now, he is playing so well that everybody expects him to run 8 and out every time he shoots.
Well, that's certainly not going to bother Reyes.
I know it isn't. I know it
You
isn't.
know, he's really enjoying being where he
And
is.
by the way, look at this. He plays just as well left-handed, or close. He could play in tournaments shooting left-handed and finish high up.
I've watched 20 years, and this is the truth. Almost 20 years, and I've only seen him shooting with his left hand.
Yeah. The 8 goes if he could fall on it. He did. If he doesn't have 10, I believe that is, he does have the 8.
He may brush the 11, and it'll throw him on a line here for position.
I think if he shoots up, he's going to go on the inside without touching. I think he can
It's
do
close.
that.
It's real close.
Yeah. I think the speed lies there.
Longer shaft.
It probably does.
Okay, now look, this stick has a longer shaft, which will then enable him, actually a longer stick, you might be able to miss hitting the 11.
It's the speed. If you hit it soft, you're not hitting the 11, I don't believe. Get it? And how about he billiarded that ball? 3.
Nicely executed shot. And he also has a stick with a shorter shaft for shooting over, believe it or not.
But you know, all that was illegal like 50 years ago. They had specification, maximum and minimum length. Now it looks like you can use any length cube.
Well, that was rack number 1, goes to Reyes, and the Reyes.
Before this match is over quick, I'm going to do a commercial with my book. You know, you can get it by contacting Bob.
You know, I've never read your book, but I know who you are. I know you for probably over 40 years.
Yeah.
I know you're one of the wittiest players I've ever been around, and I know you have a lot of stories as a player. So I know that whatever is in that book is really worth reading. I know that.
Well, it's mostly stories on the road and the gambling and the escaping tight traps. And well, anyway, Efren didn't disappoint. Got Miller in a stone trap, and if he just sticks there, he just survives. He's going to pay for it later.
Well, you know, you really can't fault him for what he did. That was probably to buy a little time and hope that he ends up in a little better position. You know, maybe Reyes will do something, which is unlikely.
I think he's going to shoot the 5 then.
Okay, let's take another look at camera number 3. Okay, he made 2 into the 2 ball and try to position the 2 ball behind the 5. Into the 2, he has to bank this. Into the 2 ball, almost.
Missed it by half.
Almost a cigar. Great shot, by the way, that camera had. It was a great. Almost.
Missed it by half.
Almost a cigar. Great shot, by the way, that camera had. It was a great shot on what exactly he was looking at.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Miller can bank that, I can't tell. He could bank it and billiard the 11, but I don't think he can get in there. It looks like he just can't get in there enough.
Now, the ball Danny's saying banking is the ball underneath the blue 2. I don't think he.
You know what I like? Shoot it with speed, straight on, 2 rails, and you might come off the 2, the 10, and go right to the pocket. Just stick the cue ball.
I don't, well.
Yeah, it looks like he has that, but he's not going to shoot it. So what is this about? He's going to... Yeah, he tried an aggressive shot, got a kiss. He's going to sleep in the street shooting shots
well,
like
you know
that.
well, the 11's kind of like tied up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to help. Shot was a really, a real effective shot, provided he got a
guy. So I better shoot when I get a chance. I think the 12 goes too. Yeah, that's where he can get right now. I think he can shoot the 12 right now. Yeah, everything.
He's in good shape here.
He wanted to hold a position at the same time, which he did.
And he wanted to fall up table where he fell. And that was a real good method for what he actually did.
Yeah.
He'll draw behind a 7 here, which he's done nicely.
Yeah, roll and nudge to 15. Just roll this in, nudge to 15. You got the 11, and you go from there.
Yeah, you like to put the 15 over a little bit further, like he's done. He's creating a pattern now to where he can get the rest of the ball. Shoot the 11 if he has an angle to drop for the 15 and come around. Or if he can't do that, he'll have to try to do something with the 10 next.
He's creating a pattern to make it painless for. He's playing really perfect. He's thinking straight. He's controlling everything. He sure knows how to get a lot of balls when he gets a shot.
Looks like he's got an angle to go around the 10 goes. He has to land. He has to end up perfect on the 5. Inside Ingles around for the 10, leaving himself a nice angle, and also cue ball enough of a distance off that side rail bridge and elevate without sacrificing much accuracy.
And break some balls
And
open.
break some balls open. And what do you say, fellas?
I say this one's starting to chuckle. It's becoming such habit. You know, he just runs out.
You really can't say much more. You really can't say much more than what he missed. You know? I mean, every time he gets a shot, he runs out. I think the last 4 or 5 times he's made an appearance at the table, provided he's had an opportunity. Doubting Thomases out there, particularly the older ones who roll back in time. Well, I don't think he could have beaten so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But I don't think so.
No, he's playing better than I saw anyone ever come here. You know,
You've been around longer than that. Come on.
Yeah, I've been around 70 years, but not around pool. Yeah. Okay.
4 or the 5, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to shoot here. I don't think the 5 gets by. Room between the ball in the pocket and the cue ball getting out of the way. So to stick it and save him from the 11, he's going to have to do it.
Yeah. What do you, he may go up table because he walked up table to take a look at it from that perspective.
He's going to try to shoot it, man.
You know what? He can't do anything wrong shooting this shot. If he makes this, they should howl. This is great.
But maybe he can do it. I mean, come on.
That was fantastic.
Can do it. Come on.
That was fantastic.
Everything he's asked himself to do, he's done, and more. Oh, and more.
Fantastic shot.
And more. This will have to go down as unquestionably the greatest one pocket.
At least this tournament, anyway.
No, in any tournament.
But you haven't been at every tournament.
I don't care. Outside to see what the weather feels like, you know?
I wish I knew what that meant.
And that means that no one has to tell me it's raining. I can feel it. And no one has to tell me that one pocket in another tournament.
He's dabbing it.
I would have heard about it.
He's really dabbing it.
Dabbing it.
Oh,
my.
We got him.
Oh my, that
We got him.
was the first mistake that he's made. You know why?
He can't play at all. He couldn't even get position on that shot. You know what I mean? He's run 33 balls. He got a few. Maybe he feels a little bad for Miller.
It's not over. It's not over. Watch this.
Oh no, he's
gonna do this because he's mad.
And he's going 3 rails and gonna hit the pile.
Mad.
He's going 3 rails, gonna hit.
Oh, he killed it! He killed it! Oh my! Oh my! Go! Oh, he killed it! He killed it! Oh my! Oh my! Go! Don't tell me he did that! Oh!
Amazing.
This is the best performance.
Folks out there, I have to tell you, the shot was tough shooting it. He put all that reverse to kill it and go 2 rails. That was one of the greatest shots you'll ever see.
I'm not worthy of being here. Oh my! It's just absolutely amazing.
What's he gonna do? Bank to 6 and draw the ball back.
Oh my! He put a foreign English on that last ball.
Watch the game. He might see something else. No, he missed one.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
Not so good.
Oh my!
He missed that ball. We've seen some fabulous stuff here, and it's like a joke. Well, you know, these are pretty good players too. They could do a little something in between.
And that's what they're doing.
That's what he did, a little something.
Right.
It's not fair, you know. I mean, I'm partial to pool players, and I hate to see them really. They might not even be able to feel bad, you know. He still has second locked
How
up.
can Jason Miller possibly feel bad? Whole segment of the tournament. He's going to probably finish second in the one pocket.
Yeah.
You know, he's playing the greatest player that's ever joined a queue. and the guy is playing.
He might win 20,000 with the all-around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
I wish I felt as bad as
You're
Miller.
right, Billy. I don't feel bad anymore.
You know, well, it's all over for Miller, you know. But I'm going to tell you something. So fortunate to have had the opportunity in my lifetime to watch Efren Reyes play pool. You know, really.
And the crowd is going wild, justifiably so. What a mean guy. What a mean guy doing that to his opponent.
Okay, we're here with the great Efren Reyes. You know, Efren, I've interviewed you a countless number of times after tournaments, after you won tournaments, and you always tell me how lucky you are, you know? And that story's getting pretty old. You know, in my opinion, I think you're the greatest player that's ever put a cue together. And once again, you've proven it, but this time you really proved it.
Well, I play good today. It's only race to 3. That's why you cannot see how we play, you know. But maybe I get lucky.
Thank you, Mr. Reyes.